So these are the LED lights that I ordered for his car. These are supposed to be pretty good. The reviews I got was it's pretty quiet. The fans, you can't really hear them as much as you can other ones in the past. So these have improved quite a bit apparently over the last few years. And these are ones that are being recommended by a few people that have had them in their car for a while. But basically what's inside is you've got the bulbs, and these are LED bulbs. So you're gonna have the little converters here. They have to convert the voltage over to the appropriate voltage for the LEDs. And then inside of it, it comes with this little black bag. It's got some tie straps. It's got a little Allen key here that you'll see in the manual. It's used to adjust these. They need to be angled the right way in the car. And then there's some guides in here that I'm gonna have to pull out of here. They're pretty tight in that plastic. But all in all, this is just what's in the box. We're gonna go ahead and put them in and see how well they work. All right, so it's kind of dark out. I wanted to do them in the evening so that way I could test them. You know, I'm gonna put one side in, look at the difference between the two. So I'm not gonna really focus as much on the install. It's pretty easy to install these. You take these little cap off, you know, they twist, cap comes off. There's a bulb in there. It's basically like switching out bulbs. I mean, if you've never done it and you don't want to do it, then don't do it. But I mean, it's pretty simple to do if you got some basic knowledge on how to change a light bulb. So I'm going to switch out this first bulb here. All right, so this is the new LED light that was put in, and the other side still has the halogen bulb. And as you can see by just looking at the garage here, that orangish colored is the original bulbs that were in this car, and this here is the new LED light that was put in, and it's significantly brighter. It's hard to tell against this garage door, but when you look at it from the front, I mean, you can tell there's a lot more light. So this is great when it comes to visibility. I mean, it's a lot more light. We're going to drive the car a little bit and make sure that it doesn't look like we have too bright of lights. But so far, man, this LED change is very dramatic. So this is the LED light of the car, and this is the factory light. It's hard to tell in video, but I mean, you can kind of see here it's quite a bit brighter. I mean, just the glare, I guess, it puts in this video. I mean, it is very much brighter. So the other thing is I was hearing that people were saying that these make a loud noise. The fan is running. It almost sounds like the fan runs all the time. This is the camera right up next to it. I don't hear anything. When I was putting the bulb in, it had a very, very light whizzing sound, like right up next to the bulb. But, I mean, just sitting here, I can't hear it. Maybe it gets louder as the bulb gets hotter. I'm not sure. But I can't hear the little fan. I literally cannot hear the fan. So if that was a worry or if that was a concern, I don't think that it's going to be very loud. Maybe it might whiz up some, but not much. So yeah, this is a significant increase in light output. My son, this is his first car. He was complaining about how dim the lights are. Even with high beams, it really isn't that bright, and I think this is going to solve the problem. But we're going to go ahead and put the other light in now, and we're going to go take it for a test drive. All right, so on the passenger side, you may look, I mean, there's videos out there about installing these things, but real basic, you have these caps. If you've done the other side, you already know you have these caps that go on, and then the light's back in here in this cap. Well, on this side, where I have this little light, you can see there's a decent amount of room to get that cap off. On this side, you have less room because of your breather. The breather just presses in to some pegs with some rubber gaskets to hold this in place. You can manhandle this and pull it out. I'm gonna go ahead and take this light out and switch it with the other. All right, so on this one, to get the bulb out, I didn't have any problem taking this cap off and getting the bulb out, but the LED bulbs are longer. So I did actually have to pull and lift this up to get that LED bulb into this hole, and then I was able to push it back down. But it's very easy to lift this thing up. You just, like I said, you just give it a good tug, and then there you go. Now it's lifted up out of those spots. And then basically to put it back in, get this hose out of the way, and then press it back into the four little, or the however many pegs are underneath there, back into those holes, and then put the hose back there, and then the cap's on. So not hard to put in. Again, installing headlights, I'm not going to show every bit of that because it's very easy to install these headlights, and you can just follow the instructions to do it. And then here, let's see. So we're going to just hit the unlock to do the keys. It's crazy how significant the brightness is from those bulbs. Well, these are 40 watt bulbs, so you can just imagine how many more lumens. I think it said 12,000 lumens for these bulbs. So now with the hood up, let me let you hear the little bitty bit from what I remember hearing. Okay, so you hear that? I can hear this one a little bit. This one I can't hear at all. So there may be a little vibration, and I'm going to take that cap off and move it around to make sure I don't have that vibration noise. But the other one I wasn't hearing at all. Alright, so do you hear this? This is the back of the LED light with its fan. That fan is running. I feel it. The fan is running, and you can touch the little fan blade and feel it's turning. I'm touching it. So that's running, and this is the noise you're getting from it. Oh, let me turn the light back on. Very little. But this is one light. Let's go switch and look over at the other light. It's the other light. Now, I've tried to go in there and find out if it's rattling, but I'm holding the fins and it still makes that noise. So what I think there is maybe some quality issues. I'm going to leave this one in here and let this one run, but I'm going to request replacements because this one's running and making a lot of noise and the other one's not. So I think this one's defective when it comes to the fan, and that may be the noise you guys hear when y'all hear about these LEDs are noisy. Maybe it's just one of them, maybe it's not both of them, but one of them's defective, not balanced, something's going on. So I'm going to do a request for a new set and put the other two in, make sure they work good, and then send these back. I would consider that defective. Alright, so the replacement lights for my son's Volt came in from Amazon. It was pretty quick. Did a replacement and they shipped them right to us. So I'm going to go ahead and get this other one in. Hopefully both of these are nice and quiet bulbs. This is the replacement bulb laying on the plastic. Hear anything? Yeah, me neither. This one's going in. The best way to do it, I would say now, after doing this, the best way would be to plug these things in and listen to the fan before you actually go to do the full install. And let me show you why. So I just hit the unlock key. Hear that? It's very quiet. Fan's running, no problem, but it's very quiet. You can see the blades kind of swirling. No noise. So test your bulbs before you go and actually fully install them. I just have this one here, nice and quiet. Let me show you what the one that I pulled out sounds like. So this is the one that I pulled out that was vibrating and making a bunch of noise. It might not sound like a lot. Listen. Hear that? It's got a little whine in it, but here's why it's noisy. There's a lot of vibration in this motor on this light. Basically, you can detect if these are going to be noisy or not just by plugging them in and holding them. If it's extremely smooth, no vibration when you feel it, you lay it on the plastic and it doesn't make any noise, you're probably going to be good. So there's the issue. I didn't even see it when I was looking at it before, but see right here, see that spot? It's missing a fan blade. No wonder it's making noise and vibrating. It's got a whole blade broken off. So yeah, definitely a quality issue, definitely a defective item. So I don't think, hopefully this isn't the case for a lot of the lights they're sending. So this was just This just happened to be one time I got a defective bulb, I guess. All right, now it's in. So this light replacement is very easy, and the instructions are but they're okay. It's really just a plug. If you know how to plug in some wires, then you'll be fine. This little upgrade went from, Dad, I can't even see with my headlights on, to, wow, Dad, these things are super bright. I love the new headlights. So I totally recommend this upgrade. I can't tell you about longevity yet because we haven't had them that long. But if y'all want to know longevity, you know, post down in the comments and ask me about it. And every few months we'll give you an update on how well they're doing. But from what I could see and what I've read, there's really no longevity issues with these lights. So as long as you don't get a noisy one. And I'm not going to knock them for the noisy one. Just get a replacement until you get some that are quiet. I'll put a link to these lights down in the description of the video so you can check them out yourself. They are rated pretty well, and they are about as bright as I can find for LED conversions. I'm going to consider this just a quality issue on that one fan that was noisy, because I tested both lights in the new box and they were both super quiet. So you should get a set of 2 super quiet LED lights when you get your set. But if you don't, Amazon has a super easy replacement policy. I just said, send me another one, and they sent me another one. So I'm gonna return these now to the closest UPS store and be on my way. All right, so if this video was helpful, please give me a thumbs up on the video. If you would also, please subscribe to the channel. It's that little red button down below the video that says subscribe. It's absolutely free. Doesn't charge you anything to subscribe to the channel, but it really does help me out. So I hope this was helpful, and I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care, stay safe.